The day your life changes forever doesn't look the way you think it does. Doesn't arrive with a dramatic event or a sudden stroke of luck. It arrives the moment you change one thing, something so quiet and so internal that most people walk right past it their entire lives. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what that one thing is. And if you let it land, really land, nothing about the way you see your life will ever be the same. Here is what I know about where you are right now. You are not failing because you are not working hard enough. You're not stuck because you lack talent or opportunity. You are exactly where you are because of something far more specific and far more fixable than any of that. It's your philosophy, not your work ethic, not your circumstances, your philosophy. The set of beliefs running quietly beneath every decision you make, every action you take, every morning you start, and every night you end. Most people never examine it. They inherited it from their environment, their early experiences, the voices that shaped them, and they have been running on it ever since, without ever questioning whether it is actually taking them where they want to go. Here's a simple way to see it. The same wind blows on all of us. The wind of challenge, the wind of opportunity, the wind of circumstance. It does not discriminate. It blows on the successful and the struggling alike. What determines where you end up is never the wind. It is the set of your sail. And your sail is set by your philosophy. If you have been working hard and not moving forward, the problem is almost certainly not the effort. It is the direction the sail is pointed. And that is something you have complete power to change. Researchers studying what separates people who achieve from people who don't found one defining difference. And it wasn't talent, it wasn't resources, it wasn't timing. It was this: the unwavering belief that they were in control of their own outcomes, not their circumstances, their response to their circumstances. That one internal shift changed everything that followed. This is the moment I want you to pause and really hear something. Success is not something you pursue. It is something you attract. And what you attract is determined entirely by who you are becoming. Most of the strategies, the hacks, the plans, they are all aimed at doing more. But the real leverage is never in the doing. It is in the becoming. Because when you become the right kind of person, someone with the right philosophy, the right identity, the right internal orientation, the right actions follow naturally. And the results follow the actions. You don't get a different life by doing different things. You get a different life by becoming a different person. And you become a different person by changing your philosophy. One thought at a time, one day at a time, one decision at a time. A ship that adjusts its heading by just 1 degree will arrive in an entirely different country after a long enough journey. You don't need a dramatic revolution. You need a 1 degree shift, held consistently. That is all transformation has ever required. So what does a new philosophy actually look like? Not in theory, in practice. In your real life, starting today, starts with a seed. A seed contains everything it needs to become what it was designed to be. It doesn't need external permission. It doesn't wait for perfect conditions. It simply needs to be placed in the right soil and pointed toward the light. You already carry the seed of the person you are meant to become. It has always been there. What changes is the soil you planted in. And the soil is your daily philosophy, the thoughts you return to, the identity you claim, the beliefs you feed, every single day. Behavioral researchers found something that reframes everything. The most effective form of lasting change is not a new goal. It is a new identity. Not, I want to be successful, but I am someone who thinks and acts like a successful person. The identity comes first. The actions align to it. The results follow the actions. In that order. Always. This means the transformation is available to you right now. Not when circumstances change. Not when you have more resources. Not when the timing is better. The shift begins the moment you decide to see yourself differently. And that decision is available to you in this moment. Don't wish the season was easier. Wish you were better. Because a better you, a you with a stronger, clearer, more empowered philosophy, turns hard seasons into harvests. Here's what I want you to do. Not someday, tonight. First, audit your inner voice. For just one day, pay attention to what you say to yourself when things go wrong. Not to judge it, to see it. Because you cannot change a philosophy you cannot see. The moment you name it, you begin to have power over it. Second, choose one new belief and say it like you mean it. Not as a wish, as a declaration. Something like, I am someone who creates value everywhere I go. Or, I am someone who grows from every challenge. Starting tonight, you don't repeat that belief because it feels true yet. You repeat it because you are someone who is actively building a new philosophy. Third, protect your inputs. Your philosophy is shaped by what you consume, the voices you listen to, the content you absorb. Starting today, let one thing in your daily input be something that builds the person you are becoming. One book, one video, one conversation with someone who thinks at the level you are growing toward. Fourth, take one action that your new identity would take. Not 100, one. Because the harvest doesn't come from the intention, it comes from the planting. And every single seed you put in the ground today is a harvest you will walk into in the months ahead. The gap between where you are and where you want to be is not a talent gap. It is not a resource gap. It is a philosophy gap. And you're closing it right now. With every word you're hearing, every decision you are making, every step you are willing to take. The day your life changes forever is not a day you find on a calendar. It's not a day that arrives from outside. It is the day you decide, quietly, firmly, completely, that your philosophy is going to change, that you're going to be someone different. Think differently, see yourself differently, plant different seeds. That day can be today. The harvest is coming. It always comes, but only for those who plant, only for those who hold the sail steady when the wind gets hard, only for those who keep showing up to tend what they have planted, even before they can see the crop. You are not behind. You are not too late. You are exactly where you are supposed to be, standing at the beginning of a different kind of life. Go plant something today. If this landed for you, share it with someone who needs it right now. Subscribe for more of this every week and go live like someone whose philosophy is changing everything. Because it is.